Hey guys, my name is Ethan Aziz, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I made around $60,000 in 2 months from just sports betting part-time using Oddsdam. So before I get into this video, if you haven't seen my previous video, make sure to watch that one first. I talk a lot about how I got into sports betting and some of the concepts that I'll gloss over in this one, like positive expected value and some other things. So make sure to click that and watch that one first if you haven't. So how did I make 60 grand sports betting in 2 months part-time? My main job is that I am a software engineer. I work completely remote though, so I have a lot of time to focus on sports betting. Job comes first, but I do this. I like this a lot. So hopefully my boss isn't watching this. If you are, I'm doing good work, focus on that. But really I'm just looking for finding bets that have positive expected value and bets that are market discrepancies. And that kind of implies that that bet is positive expected value. Okay. So there's hundreds of books out there. Each book sets their lines independent of every other book. It's really interesting. So sports betting, it's a $1 billion industry. Each book, each company wants to compete, right, for a share of that $1 billion, however much money it is. And they're all making a ton of money, so it's clearly working for them. But just that idea that everyone sets lines independent than everyone else kind of opens up the door for, a company like Oddsdam to bring out a tool like this where they scan, you know, all of these lines and actually determine which ones are sleeping, right? Which books are falling behind at the wheel and need to update their lines quicker. So I use a couple different tools on Oddsjam. I use the positive expected value tool, the arbitrage tool, and the DFS tools, which I won't cover in this video, but those are the three main things that I like to use on Oddsjam myself. So the positive expected value tool, in my opinion, this is the cream of the crop with Oddsjam and online sports betting right now for sharp bettors, that is. So, like I was saying earlier, they scan, millions of lines in real time from hundreds of books, millions of markets, whatever. And it basically just provides you which bets are profitable once you take out the, rake and find the true odds, take out the VIG, everything that you need to do. It just basically tells you what to do, right? What to bet, how much to bet based on what bankroll you have right now, and how much money you'll return based on, how much you're putting down and the edge that you got on that. So super user friendly. So I also use the arbitrage tool. I don't use this tool to place arbitrage bets, but I do use this tool to look for positive expected value and market discrepancies. Um, so how I do that is really just looking for one-sided value. An arbitrage bet by definition means that at least one bet could be both, but at least one has to be, a bet that has positive expected value. So, for example, I have the Warriors and the Lakers tonight, right? Warriors plus 150, Lakers minus 130. Okay. And we've determined, let's say that the true odds are plus 155. Okay. So plus 150, those are worse odds than the true odds. So that's a bet with negative expected value, right? If you've only placed that one bet a million times, you're going to be broke, right? It's impossible to make money only betting on stuff like that. But minus 130, that is way better than the true odds, right? So if I only place that one bet, I'm going to make a ton more money. If we're just talking about the benefits of plus EV betting compared to arbitrage betting, it's the fact that, okay, you're making risk-free money arbitrage betting, but you're also voluntarily betting on something that loses you money in the long term. So plus EV betting is just a more, riskier approach, but also way more profitable approach. But sorry, going on a little rant. Back to what I was trying to say before, right? If I have plus 150, minus 130, and we've discovered that minus 130 way better than the true odds, right? So this is, clear value. This is going to appear on the arbitrage page. This might not appear on the plus EV page because the plus EV page is pretty conservative. Bets need to have certain prerequisites for it to appear on this page. I don't work for the company. I don't know how their algorithm was developed, but I do know just from using their software for as long as I have, right, that there are certain prerequisites that a bet needs to have. And one of those is a certain number of books need to have lines. So let's say there's only 3 lines, right? The game just dropped. This probably won't appear on the positive expected value page, but it's clear value. It's going to appear on the arbitrage page because by definition, right, it is an arbitrage bet. Um, so that's kind of the main approach I like to take using that tool. Another thing is alternate totals. So if we're talking about an NBA game, right, first half totals, let's say every book has the main line total at 81 points. Yeah, okay, it's a really low game, but just, humor me. Um, and on Caesars, I can get it at 79. Not a lot of books are going to offer lines at 79, so it's hard to tell that 79 is good unless you actually see, right, that Caesars is the only book offering this. Hypothetically, let's say Pinnacle also offers a line at over 79, under 79 points. And it's going to be an arbitrage bet to that because, the main line's at 80 and a half, 81, whatever I said. So looking for value like that, finding market discrepancies, that's also why the arbitrage tool is really good. Another thing is limits. So you're probably asking yourself, how are you making this much money and not getting limited? The answer to that is I am severely limited. It's pretty sad. Um, there's no answer to that. That's the reality of being a sharp bettor. They don't want you to place a lot of money down because you know what you're doing. Every dollar you or not spend, every dollar you play in these books, you are actually making money, right? Whereas the average person loses money. So they don't want you to place as much money as you can. They're just going to limit you to, X amount, however much that is per wager. Um, Again, that's just the reality. And it kind of proves that this is, it's a hustle game, right? You have to be down for the hustle. And it's really just as much time as you put in, that's how much you get out of it because of that fact. And the last thing is variance. So variance is really tough. And this is one of the main discouraging things for a lot of sports bettors because it's hard to know if you're doing something wrong, if you're not doing anything wrong, right? Because you need a massive sample size to actually determine if you are a profitable sports bettor or not. I hear people saying like, yeah, I placed, 20 bets, 50 bets, 100 bets. It sounds like a lot. That's not a lot. You need a ton of bets. Um, here's some graphs to actually show you, straight just statistics, the likelihoods of, actually being profitable after a certain amount of bets. I'd say around 1,000 bets is the sweet spot, but even then, right, as you can see, you don't know, right? So you're making money in expected profit, and that's all you can ask for. You just have to stay true to the, formula, stay true to what you believe in, and eventually it will turn. So at the end of the day, I don't need to know any more about sports than the next person, right? All I have to do is follow the tools, follow the data, follow the markets, follow the sports books because they put a ton of their money into this. Their entire business model is dependent on the fact that they know what they're doing, right? So if they make money, then we must make money too if we follow the, proper concepts here. So really just follow the data. You got to be fast because lines don't last, for a very long time. If a book has a massive line discrepancy, every second that book has that line out there, they're just losing a ton of money because, right, it's clear value for whoever places it, devastating for the company. And that's why that actually doesn't happen too often, right? So you got to be fast because they move quick. So if you guys want to try this out for yourself using Oddsdam and, making money like this, making some serious cash, use my link in the description below. It's week free, super nice. 20% off for life. There's a 90-day money back guarantee. So if you're not happy after 90 days, get your cash back. Super friendly. Everyone here just wants you to make money. That's the entire goal. No BS, just help you make money. That's all it is. Shoot me a DM on Twitter if you want to talk about this some more. Give me a follow. I do a lot of these daily recaps, post some free plays, a lot of prize picks recently, some DFS. Do some more of these videos in the future. So with that, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good one.